This is how you're going to overcome any limited belief systems in the year of 2025. Welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, Ty Guidance, and that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Now, disclaimer, there's no right or wrong way to heal yourself, so always take what resonates and leave the rest, as well as when you're watching these videos to grab your pen and your paper because we're here to take notes. Now, getting straight into the video, in order for you to overcome your limited belief system, we have to identify where these limited beliefs even stem from, where they started from. Like, what is causing you to feel this way about yourself? A lot of times, and a couple examples of this could stem from trauma. So if you grew up in a chaotic environment, if you grew up in a low vibrational community, if you grew up in dysfunction or confusion or chaos, automatically you could be projecting and picking up on energies that don't belong to you. So as a child, we have to be taught and shown things. And a lot of us, if we do come from these backgrounds, have to realize we only know what we've been exposed to, whether it's right or wrong, positive or negative. So if you grow up in an area where you're not able to articulate yourself, you're not able to be yourself, you're not able to be seen, you're not able to be heard, you weren't shown love, you weren't shown affection, you just weren't able to be you, you automatically can have fears. You automatically can have limited belief systems. This can cause you to be paranoid. This can cause you to be anxious. This can cause you to have anxiety. This can cause you to be depressed. And most importantly, this can cause you to overthink. And that's what we want to remove. We want to let go of any limited limitations based off of what we knew growing up as a child, in our early teenage years, and even as an adult. In order for you to do this, though, you do have to self-reflect. And that's what 99 of these videos are about, is doing the inner work, or for some people, the shadow work, taking the time to sit with yourself and unpack the trauma. When you unpack trauma, you're going to be triggered. You're going to be challenged. So when you see me on this account, that's what we're here for. You can no longer suppress how you feel if you want to overcome your limited beliefs. But in order for you to do this, you have to want to overcome your limited beliefs. I'm not here to force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. I'm well aware there are people in this world who are going to live their best life and do what makes sense to them. That's for them. But when you watch these videos, you have to be very intentional. You have to be very strategic. And most importantly, you have to have a desire. I can give you all this information. You can watch as many videos you want to. You could book as many courses and sessions. If you're not willing to apply the information, if you're not willing to sit with yourself, if you're not willing to put in the work, if you're not willing to grieve, it doesn't matter. You have to realize that when it comes to limiting beliefs, you have to understand how this is affecting you. You need to realize psychologically, this is going to show up in your life, subconsciously, consciously, in relationships, how you carry yourself, your confidence, your motivation, your inspiration. This could show up in your financial abundance, like how you view money and how you view the world, like intuitively, spiritually, however. You have to realize that when you are overcoming limited belief systems, that it is going to take time, because if you've been programmed abused psychologically, mentally, physically, that's all you've been exposed to. You have to realize, because this affected you in so many different ways of your life, unlearning and unpacking requires a lot of discipline. Like, you have to be committed in order for you to even be consistent. So I'm going to ask you, are you willing and are you wanting to let go of these limited beliefs? You can't be 50-50, and that's the attitude. This is the vibe that we're starting in 2025 and moving forward. Anything we do now, moving forward, when you watch these videos, it has to be intentional. So that's the first thing you have to do, is unpack. And impacting trauma, impacting abuse, letting go of certain mindsets and beliefs, like I said, depending on how much you've been exposed to, is going to require a lot of energy, a lot of effort. Like, you're going to go through a period of withdrawals. When you're overcoming fears, you have to realize that you are doing this for you. Like, you can have me, your favorite mental health specialist. You can have your family and your friends if they're not negative and they contribute into your life. You could book a service and a session with me at tyguidance.com. You can invest into a therapist. You can have a guidance counselor. But you have to realize you can't invalidate how you feel. So it's like when you grew up in poverty or you grew up in a dysfunctional environment, you have to realize that you have every right to be mad. You have to realize that you have every right to be angry. You have every right to even be afraid in the beginning, but you have to be able to sit with yourself and ask yourself, what is it that I want to experience in life? you cannot overcome something if you're not even aware of who you are. So that's the main important thing when it comes to letting go of limited belief systems. So when you are in your season of isolation, whenever you get the chance, we have homework assignments in these videos. I give you guys challenges. You're supposed to let me know in the comment section, as well as engaging, liking this video, comment down below, and turning your post notifications and subscribe so you don't miss a video, and letting me know the results. The whole purpose of these videos is for you to learn, because they're informative, they're educational, and they're motivational. I'm trying to make them as entertaining as possible, but as I'm putting myself out here, this is my second channel, and as you're learning and as we're growing together, there's only so much that we can do. Like, there's a time and a place to celebrate and have fun. You don't always have to be serious all the time. I do believe in balance, but it's like when it comes to the imperative and the what is the word, the severity of your life, you have to get things out the way. And the more you can learn to get things out the way, the more you can allow certain people and places and things to be removed out of your life. You learn how to create the distance. You learn how to show up for yourself. You're journaling, you're taking the notes, you're having your therapy sessions, you're booking a service, whatever it is, you're releasing and articulating how you feel, the more you could be uplifted. Like, you have to realize you're literally letting go of an old version of you. Like, these limited belief systems are in your past, and that's a lot of reasons why people suffer with PTSD, is because they're holding on to their past, and maybe you don't know how. So if you don't know how, you're gonna learn now. You can't make any more excuses. So it's just like, you're either gonna be ready or you're not. Like I said, it's normal and it's common for you to feel afraid in the beginning, but we got to move forward. So the second and third thing you have to realize is questioning the validity. Why am I saying that word incorrectly? Hold on, you guys. Validity, excuse me. I'm trying to read what I wrote down and I'm talking really fast. You have to question the validity of your beliefs. So basically, the validity of your beliefs is the logic behind it. If you know for a fact that you want to lose weight, or that you want to be a content creator, or you want to start a business, or you want to be in a healthy relationship, if you know you want to do things that's opposite of your community, you need to know that it's possible, because you're seeing people already doing the things that you want to do. There are people who have lost weight and they posted on YouTube, on social media. You know people in real life, like even on television, right? Same thing when it comes to being a content creator, going back to school, getting your degrees, opening these businesses, whatever it is, it's possible. You have to question, once again, why you feel like you can't do these things. Now, of course, when you don't, like I said, have the resources, the tools, the guidance, the wisdom, the discernment, the resources, that doesn't mean that it's going to be hard for you or that it's incapable. It just means that you have to put more energy and effort. Like, you cannot compare your reality to other people. If you want to let go of limited beliefs, you have to be okay with knowing you did grow up a certain type of way. But just because you grew up a certain type of way, just because you were exposed to certain things, just because maybe you had less or you felt that way, doesn't mean that you have to stay that way and that your entire life has to be that way for the rest of your life. So the main purpose of this video, and for you to really overcome your limited beliefs, is understand how these beliefs are holding you back, how it's going to affect you in your everyday life, knowing that when you can identify negative patterns, when you can realize what's stopping you from being this person, and you understand, like, most importantly, what it is that you've went through and how certain things affect you, and you are grieving. And disclaimer, grieving can take years, days, months, and weeks. Grieving could take days, weeks, months, and years. Sorry about that, you guys, my camera got cut off. But you have to realize that in order for you to overcome your limited beliefs, you have to be willing to challenge them. So in the beginning, you're gonna feel uncomfortable. Like, when you are at it and you are letting go of whatever it is that you were experiencing in the substance, you have to realize you're gonna go through a period of withdrawals. And some days are going to be longer than others, but regardless of what you are feeling, you cannot ignore it. You cannot deny it. Like, going cold turkey, whether it's with recreational substances, beverages, whatever it is, you know more than I do. You have to realize when you're used to doing something and you stop doing it, depending on the purpose on why you were doing it in the first place, is going to feel heavy. Like, we have to realize that in order for us to face our fears, we are capable of facing them. So what I challenge you to do when you're watching this video is write down what it is that you're afraid of. And on this piece of paper that you have, write down what it is that you're afraid of. And I want you to ask yourself, why do you feel afraid? When you guys watch these videos, I need you guys to be engaging, because we need to see, like, what's the vibes. You watch the video, you watch it all the way in the end. Don't watch these videos because you want to hear what I have to say. Watch these videos because you want to apply it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know this information. I love you guys so much that I have no problem giving this information out. So when you learn to challenge your limited beliefs, when you question, like I said, your logic, when you're able to seek support and you're sitting with yourself other than God, answers, the universe, you can realize, okay, where are these negative thoughts coming from? And when you're going through your withdrawals, when you're going through the days when you're not surrounding yourself with people, places, and things, when you're outgrowing certain mindsets and behaviors and patterns, you can realize, okay, you have every right the way that you feel, and you know why you feel this way. The more you can communicate, the more you could stop suppressing how you feel, everything that you swept up, all the skeletons in your closet, the more you can knock them out individually, the more you'll be able to overcome your fears and overcome these limited belief systems. Once you start doing that, you can make progress. You could set realistic and achievable goals. You can create an action plan. You could break them down into smaller steps. You could start celebrating your victories along the way. Like, embrace the journey of your personal growth. You have to be able to challenge your beliefs. You have to constantly set your boundaries and know that if you set your mind to do anything, you can overcome it. So that being said, make sure you guys like this video, comment down below, make sure you subscribe, turn on your post notifications. And if you have questions, comments, concerns about this video, let me know if it resonates with you as well as your experience. And if you have a topic that I haven't discussed, let me know in the comment section, as well as follow me on all social media platforms. All the information will be down in the description box below. And once again, plug it in. If you're interested in the service in a session, head to my website at tagonsystemmer.com. But you're going to overcome your limited beliefs. You do have to take every single day for what it is. You do have to show up, rest when you need to rest, work when you need to work, but you just constantly have to learn how to unleash your true potential and stop doubting yourself. You just have to make a commitment until you're 100% committed to do something. That's the only reason why you have these limited beliefs. It doesn't matter what you saw. It doesn't matter what you were exposed to. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Once again, just because everybody else around you may have done certain things or doing certain things that you don't want to do, you got to be able to separate yourself. If you're not willing to separate yourself, if you're not willing to pick yourself up, because you can't make excuses. You said you asked for a sign. You said you needed help. You still have to show up. Okay? Love you. Bye.